You know what's good, YouTube's Crowdsaver here, back again once again, and today, people, we're going to be looking at the UU Pokemon of our Showdown Showcase for the second week. But before we do that, I need to go ahead and let you know something about this episode. Haxorus, like Azumarill from last week, doesn't have that many options for set-wise, but he does have incredible access to so many moves. For a lot of these sets, they're not actual sets. They're going to be there just to show you moves that you can use, to replace them and use as you see fit for your Pokemon. But as always, we're going to start off with my personal set that I like to run. It's more of a wall breaker set, and it's going to be taking some inspiration from that Dredagon from yesterday, because it's got the Dragon Tail. But it's also got Taunt, Poison Jab, and Earthquake. Dragon Tail is going to be there, shuffle out any sweepers, Taunt's going to shut down any walls, Poison Jab's going to hit those fairies that your Dragon Tail can't hit, and then Earthquake is going to hit those steel types that Dragon Tail and Poison Jab can't hit. You've got some pretty fantastic coverage right there, and if I'm correct, I believe that actually covers everything for normal damage at least. If not, then let me know, because I can't think of anything that would resist all three of these moves. But either way, that's going to be the set that I like to run. It's going to shut down walls, it's going to shut down offensive Pokemon, and it's just going to overall be a fantastic set to use, in my opinion. And now on to what I was talking about. Oh my god, he has so many options, I don't know what to use, so use as you see fit. So Haxorus, let's go ahead and look over these moves real quick. I'm going to be doing this episode a little bit differently than most episodes because it is different in how I set it up. But we can go ahead and go for an Iron Tail. 75% accuracy is awful, but it's got that 30% chance to lower their defense. You also have Payback. Even though you aren't the slowest thing in the world, you got base 97 speed. And let's say you put the 252 plus in it, you'd be at 322. You're going to outspeed a lot of things. But let's say, for some reason, you don't have that. 230 speed. Okay. You can work with that. That's fine. Payback, if you move last, you're going to get double the damage. So that's a base 100 move off of Payback. Low Kick is a potential replacement for Earthquake. The reason I say that is you can also hit the Rock and Steel types that you normally wouldn't be able to, but if they're heavier, you're going to be able to do it more damage. And because this is getting closer to the top, the closer to the top of the tiers that you get, the heavier the Pokemon are going to be. You can hit Apollyon for some pretty good damage. You can hit a lot of the Steel types that are overall heavy. Mega Aggron. Just a bunch of heavy Pokemon that you're going to be able to hit with Low Kick. And I go back to that speed. Base 97. Not the slowest, not the fastest, but overall decent speed. And that's where Rock Tomb comes in. There's a 100% chance to lower their speed by 1. And then you're going to be able to outspeed most things once they're at -1. You should be able to outspeed most of the entire metagame if I'm correct. But that's up to you if you want to do that. Like I said earlier, all of these moves are just potential moves that you can do on a couple of these sets. There's like 3 actual sets and then 3 bunch of moves, so I want to go ahead and show them to you, and you can do with them as you see fit. More of those moves include Superpower. You know what that does. -1 attack, -1 defense. Get that Night Slash, which is going to be a high critical rate, high critical hit chance. You also have that Shadow Claw, which will do the exact same thing as Night Slash, it's just Ghost compared to Dark. So I would only run one of those if you're going to run either of those. I'd personally run the Night Slash because you can... I believe Night Slash has better coverage than Shadow Claw. Yeah, it does. I had to think for a second. And then Bulldoze is a lot like Rock Tomb, except for it's a ground move. That's literally the only difference besides like 5% accuracy, but I've never had trouble with 5% accuracy. Maybe you have. Maybe you want to run Bulldoze instead for that. But this is where we start looking at actual more sets, but with the filler moves. Because I was kind of getting to that point where I was thinking, okay, I need to actually make some sets. But I still need to show off all these different moves I can possibly use. You may be thinking, why in the world would you ever run Dual Chop? Maybe because it also sounds cool. But it can also break sashes, it can break substitutes, and you can get the extra damage off. If you can find something that you can Dual Chop, get them down to the sash, you can also kill them that turn. That way they can't get you with a powerful move right off. X-Series is another great move that you can have. It's gonna hit Dark, Psychic, Grass types. I don't know why you really need to hit Grass types unless you're hitting a Abomasnow. But then you also have Poison Jab, like I've mentioned earlier. And Poison Jab is just another great move to have on the Haxorus, because Fairy types are a thing now. Before, Poison Jab would be irrelevant, but with Fairies not being a thing in this generation, you gotta do what you gotta do. Another set is a Choice Banded set. You're mainly just pay attention to the items in this video. You also got the Outrage if you want to go with that instead of Dragon Claw. Aqua Tail's got some pretty good power. Accuracy's okay, kind of throws me off. Poison Jab's there again. And then Rock Slide's got that 3% chance to flinch. Let's see, do you have... No, you don't. It's looking for the other one. Not Rock Slide, but Stone Edge. And you don't have Stone Edge, so that's fine. But those are just a plenty, and I mean plenty of options that you have for Haxorus' moveset. But finally, the set that if you see this, run away, you're going to die. That's all I'm going to say is you will die. Unless you are a Togekiss. Because this thing cannot touch Togekiss at all. It's a Double Dance set. In case you don't know what Double Dance is, that's Swords Dance plus Dragon Dance. Dragon Dance is going to boost your speed and your attack by 1. So at +1 speed, you outspeed the entire metagame. Or at least this tier's metagame. Then with the Swords Dance, you're already going to be getting a +1 in attack from Dragon Dance. Then you will be at +3 with Swords Dance. A +3 Dragon Claw coming at you with 393 from Jolly and 432 from Adamant. I'm going to run Jolly because the speed is smaller than attack exponentially. But you do have a lot of options for him. Yes, your sets aren't that much. You have a bit of a Breaker set. You have a Life Orb set. You have a Choice Banded set. And then you have the Double Dance set. Life Orb is going to be needed on that Double Dance set because you can't block yourself in the Swords Dance unless you want to lose. But if you want to be that guy for some stupid reason and you want to lose, then go balls to the wall. But, anyways, if you enjoyed the content, smash all that like button, subscribe, come back tomorrow for our OU Pokemon and our 10th part of our Crystal Ashlock. I hope you enjoy the series, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Peace!